Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Toffee Bluecast. It's been a while. Well, it feels like it's been a while. We had an international break come back and then another international break straight away. But this time, thankfully, there won't be none for a while. This goes live out on YouTube. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, you watch it now on YouTube. But it also goes live on X. If you listen to it on X, you can comment from X. And it goes live on Facebook as well. So we are live in quite a few places. We have got a Man U opposition fan guest on, because we do like to give that big head-to-head the night before the big game. So we've done it for you. We've got a guest, and I'll introduce him in a minute. So be excited for that, because it's good to have a little bit of a good clash before the big game tomorrow. Paul, how are we? You all right?
Not bad. What do we do? How do we do this thing? It feels as though it's been ages, absolute ages. So hopefully we come back with a decent performance. We've all had plenty of rest anyway, and a couple of extra days off while everyone else was laughing at people. So hope we come back with a decent performance and a bit of a bang. That'd be nice.
A lot of other games that we've watched as well. I don't know if that's good or bad that we've had to enjoy a few games before we actually play. Sometimes I just want to get ours done because I'm excited for us to come back and want to see what we're actually playing like. Right, let's introduce him then, people. Opposition fan. We have had him on before, people. Andrew, back on the show. Glad to have you, mate. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all good, and thanks for having me back on. The same backstage. Glad the international break's over, and said saving the best game of the weekend till last tomorrow night.
Well, it's interesting because a lot of stuff has happened already. I don't know whether anybody knows, but our rivalry team lost. And I think everybody's happy that they lost, and they've been losing a lot. And it was quite a big scoreline as well from our old manager, Sean Dyche. And I think that's got everybody a bit happy, because I know you're already ahead of them. But if we win, we go ahead of them as well. And I think, what did they spend? 500 million, was it, this transfer window? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 500 million. And they can't win a game at the minute. They really can't win a game. So I think it's got everyone a bit happier, because I know Man U ain't big fans of Liverpool, and neither are we. So it's got me a bit happier before this game. But who can go even more above them? That's the big question. Another thing that I've got to say, because, you know, it still makes me sad. Probably because, sad and happy. Probably because his son looks a spitting image of him, doesn't he? Even when he plays football, look at his son. That looks like Super Kevin Campbell. You know what I mean? He is his dad, isn't he? And I watched that derby match. Looks like him. I watched that game, and we all know Super Kevin Campbell in the derby smashed Liverpool up and got Gerrard sent off. He loved the derby, and today in the derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Tyrese got a brace, because he loves the derby as well. Like his dad. Dad will be smiling, looking down on him, I'll tell you, because he would love that he played like that in the derby. And another player that we used to have, Tom Cannon, put one in after him as well when he come on for him. So I've always got to give Super Kevin Campbell. I'll never, ever forget him. He's an absolute legend, Super Kevin Campbell. And I've got to give his son a shout out as well, because I'm pretty sure he'd been watching that game, smiling his head up. Super Kev. So I had to. Brace in a derby, you can't beat it, can you? Right, let's get stuck in to this massive game. Paul, what have you got on Man U's form? And I'm pretty sure Andrew will tell us about it as well.
Indeed, yeah. Let me find a mass array of stuff. Give me a moment or two.
Shout out to all these in the comments, by the way. Paul's love to see you have your back. We will engage with you all the way through. Get your lineups and your score predictions ready. Peter's in the house. Danny's in there. We missed you all. We really have. They're all here. Instead.
They are the home games. Yeah, I'll get there in the end. There we go. That's their form at the moment. Going back to, where are we? Middle of September. So it's turned around from certainly what it was Must be a lot happier now, Andrew.
Yeah, a lot happier. So I think I was reading somewhere like he's turned chaos into commitment. It's like the tide is slowly turning back the other way for us. And I'm just since Brentford was the low point of September, and it was like just seemed our start to the season was a bit up and down, but then the month of October we like won that home game against Sunderland because the rumours were before that game Amorim wasn't on. He was on borrowed time, but let's say wasn't one of those, calling for his head. I just thought he just needs that time to turn it around. But let's say won against Sunderland, then the big one after that, Liverpool, was like I was quietly confident we could go there and nick something, and we did. And I was like surprised even when we went very early up in the game. I was like, oh, have we scored too early against Liverpool? Because they're just going to pile it back on us. And which, to be fair, they had their chances, but even when they equalised, we just felt like we could go and get the winning goal, which we did, which was much delight to us. And then, getting another home win on the bounce as well, so against Brighton. But then just in the last two games, just like having to settle for draws, but I'd rather take, some points rather than we could have been. I'd say last season, those games, those 2-2 draws, we probably would have lost. We probably would have crumbled and, picked up no points. So we seem to, managing to turn sometimes defeat into draws and draws into wins as well. So, As I said, he's slowly turning the tide, and I'm just like, may long it continue, and say we hopefully pick up the win tomorrow as well.
Well, you've got you're certainly scoring plenty of goals at the moment. Not so much keeping the clean sheets, but I suppose that's the difference of Cunha and the other two lads who've been playing in your three up front, been obviously doing a lot better then. Yeah,
I was going to say the strike force now is a lot better compared to last season. Okay, Sheshko is out for tomorrow, so they said he's going to be back around in the beginning of December. So, but that's why I'm just saying. So Mbumo and Cunha, and I think when we go through our lineups, I've said Diallo as well. So I think they'll interchange with each other. So not necessarily you're not going to know which one's going to go through the middle at all times. So, but as I say, I've definitely, in terms of scoring goals, it definitely has improved, especially in the first half. You say we've managed more goals before half time. I think 11 than any other team in the Premier League, but on the other hand, in the second half, we got the worst record coming to goals conceded. So we conceded about 14. So
that might play in our hands, yeah. Because
you would probably get a few chances. It's just hopefully we're a bit aware and don't switch off, and let's say don't want to be falling behind and then having to come back again. So, but
exactly. That's the overall sort of form. So you're obviously doing particularly well. I just picked out your home as well, just to make us feel even worse, to be honest. So obviously Brighton, Sunderland, Chelsea, Burnley maybe aren't all the hardest teams. I say that in Sunderland and Brighton are higher than us, to be fair. So you seem to have had a bit of a clean sweep there.
Yeah, I was going to say just looking on the Sunderland game, because at that point they were thinking the top four, and I just thought, not sure what Sunderland are going to. I'm just thinking what are they going to bring at Old Trafford, but luckily we were just on form in that first half as well. So just like Sunderland were a well organised side, and I was just like, we've got to prepare for all situations. And say the Burnley game where we won 3-2, we made that more difficult. We should have been well clear of them, but United at that time were, like I say, leaking goals a bit, and with the goalkeeping situation as well. And the Arsenal one, I feel like it's a bit of an anomaly because, they won, but we felt like we should have got something out of it because we played so well. We just couldn't get that equaliser or even the winning goal as well. I just think we went out of Old Trafford that day. It was like the team putting the performance and the effort. We couldn't be too disheartened by the loss, but it just like would have been nice to start the league campaign with a win. But so the home form is a lot better compared to last season. So May long continue.
Well, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow, won't we, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. One big question. I did see in the comments there, Emma saying, Dan, we normally go live at 9. I've gone live at 8. I'm not going to lie. I am watching I'm a Celebrity, and I think a lot of people will be. I don't want to miss you because you're watching it. So I've done the show at 8 instead of 9 because I'm a Celebrity's on. And I want to see Angry Ginge get spiders all over his face and snakes in his face and everything tonight. In the comments, Paws has asked, who would you rather win, H or Angry Ginge?
Oh, neither.
H is Manchester, isn't he? He's Manchester, so you probably like him because he's big on Manchester because he keeps going before Angry Ginge goes for a challenge. Where are you from? Manchester. And Angry Ginge as well. Obviously, he's a Man United pretty hardcore fan, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think which one I want them to win. So I've seen bits of I'm a Celebrity, so I haven't been watching like the full episodes of them since the highlights, and I'm probably going to go
I'd much
Angry.
prefer Kelly, to be honest, or Alex.
I was going to say if I was going to have a choice, if it wasn't them two, I'd say Jack Osborne, but that's who I would go for.
He's going Jack Osborne. You know what I mean? He's not backing the Man U fans. He's a bigger podcaster than them lot. Yeah, there's your question, Pawsy. Everton's form. What have we got, Paul? Have you got our form?
Yeah, we have played some games at some point. Yeah, there we go. Mixed bag. It's nothing, it's never like us to be inconsistent or anything, is it? Literally couldn't be any more inconsistent.
I feel like when we was playing well and we had the international break, and I said on Toffee Bluecast that Everton can struggle coming back from international breaks to get the form back that we had going into it. And we did. I think we did. You can see there we got a draw. Our away form's been pretty poor. We did just manage to get the wins back in. I mean, it was a cracking win against Crystal Palace because they was unbeaten all season, and we was the ones to break the unbeaten. And that was a big result for us. I wanted us to crack on then, but then we went and played pretty crap after that. Man City wasn't too bad. Haaland's just a beast, isn't he? Tottenham spanking. Didn't really turn up to that game, so it was all fuming. And then we just got back on track last game, and you didn't want the international break to come again with the Fulham game because I thought it was a good result, 2-0 against Fulham. But we've got to put consistency together on results because, as you could see, when Andrew had his form on then, it looks a lot better when it's all green, doesn't it? I mean, we've got a bit of draws, then green, then loss, red, which is bad, and then draws and wins. So it's not too bad, is it, Paul? But we've got to come back better.
Historically, we've always had a problem of winning games in a row. That's why we're so shocked when it happens. We start celebrating like mad, So for us to get a couple of 2 or 3 wins in a row, you have to end up beating one of the top 6, really. Which, unless we're at home, we don't seem to often have a chance of doing. I mean, our record, and we'll talk about it in a second, away at United is bloody awful. We've won 1 in the last 12 games, I think. Home or away against United. And then we've won 1 of the last 32 or something at Old Trafford. I think it was Oviedo scoring when they had Moyes as manager. So we are pretty rubbish like that. We have had some high scoring draws, which has obviously been really interesting games, and we could have maybe snatched a win here and there, but generally we're not very good away from home. Away from home against any of the top sides. So it's nice to see that United are within reach of us. We have to go above them if we do beat them tomorrow. It is a big if. But 2 wins in the Premier League, like Peter says, he says at Old Trafford, but any 2 wins in a row are massive. It can really throw you up there. And United will be thinking the same thing. If they can get another 2 wins in a row, then they'll be hitting Palace in 5th place and Villa in 4th. So,
I've seen a lot of Man United fans, obviously because Liverpool lost, mocking mocking them, saying we're higher than you, and there's a lot of stuff coming out. You've seen that they've started putting Carragher with Afro, saying he's not gonna cut his hair until they win, till Liverpool win 3 games. Did your Man U fan that's got the, I don't know if you know about him, you probably do, that's got the Afro, do you think that was the best chance? I mean, I'm pretty sure you would have all probably been thinking you're going to win the 5 games for him to actually cut his hair. And then you'd won 3 and then you drew. Do you feel that was a big fail on that part? Because that's all I was thinking then. I bet a lot of people was looking in as well, thinking, they've won 3. Can that guy get his hair cut?
Yeah, well, I think when I looked at it, I thought, oh, these games, we've won 3. I was thinking, but then Forest, considering we lost their last season, I was just like, Forest is a tough place. And new manager bounce with Sean Dyche. And I thought, well, when we went 1-0 up, I thought, like I say, got to get a second and, settle the game down. But then within 5 minutes of the second half, we were 2-1 down. I thought, oh, the old United's creeping back in again. But luckily, Ahmad came up with the goods for the equaliser. But yeah, just unfortunate that we drew. So to say, what's his name? The United Strand. He's having to wait a little bit longer to get his hair cut. So to say, I'm just thinking, hopefully the next run of 5 games we can win them all, and he can, just in time for Christmas, he can finally get a haircut. But we'll have to wait and see on that one, starting with tomorrow as well. So hopefully,
it's worked out quite well for him. I saw him on Paddy Power advert.
Yeah, I've seen that. And because Thursday night I was at the Football Content Awards, and he was up front in his category, which he won as well. So got to see him in the flesh as well. So it's quite big. The hair is.
Although I did see the video of him getting his hair pulled by one Mardy Man U fan that was probably jealous that he had hair.
Yeah,
that went around at one point, didn't it?
Yeah, I think that the United fan thought it was a wig and he was putting it on, but no, he wasn't. And a fellow United fan just stepped in and just said, "Leave him alone. He's doing. I think he's doing this for. I don't think money he might be raising going to charity or so. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but yeah." That United fan wasn't happy with him, but like I say, tried to take it up himself. But yeah,
if it was us, that was either of me or you, Dan, did something like that for us to win 5 games in a row. Oh, bloody hell, for years.
Yeah. The same for me. I can't go.
I'd have a ponytail again. I'd have a ponytail again if we was no, Paul. Take that back. We are going to win 5 games in a row this season because I think we're going to smash it. I'll do. You know what? I've come back after this international break thinking, you know what? We've got Jack Grealish on the left. We've got Ilman and Jai. We've got some really good footballers, and I'm hoping that we come back a lot better. Right. I am going to put on your lineup. This is the lineup that you've given me, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, if I get it right.
Go on.
Let's just move us across. There we go. So that's your lineup, right? You're the manager. That's your lineup.
Yeah. So yeah, starting. I was going to say, Lamans has just come in and settled the goalkeeping situation down. When we bought him, was like, when's he going to start playing? So because Anana was shipped out on loan, and then Bandy had a few games, but he just seemed rocky at the back, even with him in goal, with Bandy in goal. As soon as Lamans came in and he got his debut against Sunderland, and I mean, at the end of the game, we were sarcastically saying, "Oh, you Schmeichel in disguise." It was not saying you are actually Pish. We were just like, he was just doing the basics right. So that's what we want out of a goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's job is to stop the shots from going in the goal, which he was doing. So yeah, and in terms of the back line, it seems to be like Amarin's like more settled with these 3 at the back at the moment with Shaw, DeLitt and Yoro. So as I say, I think Harry Maguire is still not available. So just say that back line just picks itself at the minute. And into the middle, you've got Bruno and Casemiro. Casemiro's turned his form around from last season. He was not the player he was with the first season, and last season, well, I don't think many players had lived up to their expectations, but it seems like settled now with him and Bruno as well. So Casemiro's He's scored now 4 goals in like the last so many odd games. So compared to the first couple of seasons, he only scored 4 goals over 2 seasons. In the last few odd games, he's done that. So, but yeah, so we got Mazraoui and Dorgu. They're sort of going to be, I'm going to say, wing back. So if we're on trying to defend them, they'll just slot in the back between Shaw, Dillit, and Yoro as well. And so the front line, because Šeško's out. So as I said, it's going to be Diallo, Kuna, and Mbeumo. So, but that's not. I'm going to say they're going to interchange and not going to be all. At some points in the game, they're going to swap around. So it could be Mbeumo going through the middle, Kuna comes out, or Ahmad switch wings as well. So, or he could go through the middle. It depends what Amorim decides to, test you with as well. So it's that front line's the word I'm looking for. Fluid. That's the word I'm looking for. You can just change up any time of the game just to see if we can break you down as well. So I think it's a solid lineup. So hopefully those 11 players and whoever we bring on as subs can take away the 3 points for us.
When you give me the lineup, I was thinking like Ahmad normally probably plays on the right. I wasn't sure whether Ahmad was supposed to be on the right or when you just said rotation, I was thinking the same. They probably both want to be playing on the right, so it could be switched. We know Kuna can switch in that position, like you've just said as well. So all the things I was thinking on the attack that you said that got me confused. You've just kind of said what
it's because of Šeško not being. Yeah, Šeško, if he was fit, he'd have been playing through the middle, and Ahmad would have been where Mazraoui is. So because him and Ahmad and Mbeumo have just created this great partnership so far, but it's just because Šeško's out, I'm just like thinking Ahmad could go on the left or he could start on the right. So let's say I can never guess what Ruben's trying. That's why with his lineups or some where he's going to play players as well. So I'm like, never try and second guess Ruben half of these days anymore because he throws some surprises and I'm like, oh. And then trying to work out who's playing where as well. So Ruben does like to mix it up a little bit, but seems to be getting more settled now in terms of the goalkeeping and the back line as well. Just certain injuries have forced a shift in the attacking line as well now.
But Bueno, for me, when I've watched, because I watch a lot of football, like I seem to be obsessed with it just lately, he seems to be a player that didn't have a good start for you. Everyone was ripping him. And then I watched him and he's been your best player. I think he's been fantastic. And he's been a big part of you actually starting to play well, I think, because he started scoring and got in his goal-scoring form. Kuna, obviously, he's a beast. I really rate Kuna. I said it all along when he was at Wolves. He's a powerhouse when he gets going. I don't think he's completely the best he can be yet.
Yeah.
Come from him. Do you know what I mean? Because from what I've seen at Wolves, I've seen him take on 5 or 6 players, and I've not seen that at United yet. So I think there is more to come from him. I look at your attack, and I fear it a little bit because I like I say, I like the front three that you've got. And I know Fernandes can be a nuisance for us, but I'd look at your defence and I think, you know what? Don't sit back against these because they've got good attackers. We've got to make sure we get at their defenders. Fernandes in the middle. I know a few Man U fans at one point was frustrated because he's having to sit a bit deeper than what you probably like because you've got a lot of attackers now. Would you say that?
Yeah, I think there's always frustration with Bruno as well. Sometimes, even when whatever position he plays, and it's because I say he's a player willing to take a risk during the game. To try that pass, to try that shot. He's like, and sometimes it doesn't come off, and people are like, well, why did he do that? But at least he's the one player trying to be the creative part of the team, trying to get us on the move as well. So, but I think it's just trying to work out where Bruno's best position is under Amorim. Is it in the number 10 role, or is it sitting more back and and orchestrating the play as well? But I think for Bruno, I think you'd ask him to play anywhere and he would. So in the defence, which I think, I'm just trying to think, certain games he has literally been near the defenders and now he's been back defending as well. So as you said to him, would you go and goal for us? He'd do it as well. So, but Bruno's Mr. Consistent. He's the same. The amount of games he's played for us is just like, I think he's hardly ever been injured once, and the games he has missed is through suspension, and that's it. So he's, always there and always, let's say, reliable for us. So, but let's say, I think as time goes by, I know Amarin has said, well, going forward, maybe into next season, Bruno might be facing some rotation, so not playing every game. So it was like, let's say, players do need a rest sometimes, and other players are going to have to step up as well. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't think everyone's got a different opinion where he should play. So, but as long as he's delivering for us, that's the main thing.
Well, it's when you sign new players, it's hard to get them in the squad. Paul, I've seen you put in the comments there for people to answer. People, get your answers in. Where do you think we can take advantage of United squad? Paul, what do you think of this squad, and where do you see that we could hurt them, or do you think they're going to be hard to hurt?
No, I think they've improved from last season. I think they weighed so heavily on Fernandes last season that it was almost it was inevitable that they weren't going to sort of get as high as they wanted, but they bought really well. I mean, Kuna and Buemo get the applaudits. I love Ahmad dribbling. To be honest, I just think Ahmad's a great dribbler. Probably get slated maybe because of end product sometimes or things like that. And he is like a stick man, to be honest. He's not exactly weighty, but I think they've just got very good, quick, young players, which is where maybe a bit of assertiveness, a bit of aggressiveness from us could be a decent weapon. Yeah, they've got, they're playing a wing back system and stuff, but our problem is not being high enough up the pitch, like you said. And if we do sit back, like one or two people have mentioned in the comments, then we'd make it easy for United. Just looking back, there was someone who mentioned about us. There you go. Roy, it was. We take it to them from the first minute. They're vulnerable, they panic. If you go behind, sit back against them, then they'll win. So I do think we've got to believe in ourselves, and we're better than we were as well, I do think, compared to most of last season. So it's making sure that we get our lads on the ball who can actually run against them. I still don't see us don't see us being as strong as they are in forward line by any means. But I think the lads I think our attacking players from midfield are better than their attacking players from midfield. It's just going to be making sure that when we defend, we don't defend the whole game on the edge of our box. And we actually do move up the pitch a little bit to try and support the likes of Grealish or Ndai or whoever it be. And we don't let Barry be, or Beto or whoever it is, be so isolated that it's just a walk in the park for them back three lads. I think the most dangerous ones will be Ndai and Grealish coming in off the wings. That's where it'll be.
This is a big thing for me. Like when you play against these wing back formations with a back three, you look at them and if they are bombing it forward, you're in trouble because you're coming up against two wingers basically, because they are that good with the wing backs. But if you can get them going backwards, you can exploit them. And I think that Grealish and Jai are players that can win that battle sometimes of wing backs going backwards more than they want to go forwards. So I do think it's massive on us doing that. I would say, looking at that, you've got to try and get them through the middle as well, because I think with not really Casemiro is the only probably defensive midfielder and he likes to push up. They are gettable through the middle. I look at that and I just think, you know what, you could catch them through the middle, especially if you've got a good number 10 in front of the back three. So I do think they are gettable there. It's an interest. They are a dangerous attack, and it's just who can attack for me. And I think it's probably the same when you look at ours. This is Paul's lineup, people. Can you get your lineups in the comments, people? Everyone, put your lineups in. We'll read them out. Let us know what lineup you want. You know the drill. And we'll read it out after we've talked about this lineup. Get all your lineups in. We want to hear them. This is Paul's, by the way, which is different. I was a little bit shocked when I typed this up. I said, Paul, WhatsApp me what lineup you want. and this was very attacking by Paul. I had to double check whether it was in messaging with people. This is Paul's lineup. It is a bit attacking for you, isn't it?
Well, it comes down to you play it right back. That's what had the knock on effect. I mean, I did contemplate it for quite a while, to be honest, because you'd think O'Brien right back, and just him being in the team would be highly useful, particularly set pieces, because I think that's going to play a massive part for both sides tomorrow night. But I just think on the ball, we are so much better when Garner's at right back, because I think we can control it a little bit more. We can pick those passes a little bit better from right back, and we can affect the game a little bit better. So it's not so much about Jake O'Brien being a bad player or anything. I just think his biggest weapon for us would be height, and you got to kind of weigh it up between his height threat and defensive ability in the air against Garner being able to help us control the game. And I think in a game when potentially we won't have the ball very much, I think Garner at right back's even more important. And then from there, that's then a knock on. So Garner goes right back. There's a space next to Garner Gay. And so Rubenham arguably, obviously did well in the Fulham game. So do you have him in there? I just, when we've played against some of the better sides, he's sort of gone missing a little bit for me. And I think Dewsbury or Alcaraz, and you could swap those either two. I just think Dewsbury and Alcaraz are better on the ball. And I don't think United, physically, I suppose, with Casemiro, but I think if we can get on the ball and create as early as possible, I think that's our best weapon. And I think if Dewsbury or Alcaraz is next to Garner Gay, getting the ball to Ndiaye or Grealish, I think that's going to be a bigger weapon. So I would, as Roy mentioned before, start strong early. Don't wait until the 70th minute to try and affect the game, and I think we've got a fair chance.
The comments are interesting. I mean, it's different as well. Eltel's saying, I wouldn't change a winning team. And obviously what you have changed is, as you said, you put Irabunum in, who was playing at the side of Garner Gay, for Alcaraz. You've gone for Alcaraz in the 10 and put Dewsbury Hall in the Irabunum position. And that's all you've done different, is you've changed the number 10 and put Dewsbury Hall deeper in Irabunum's position, which is more attacking.
You can have either.
One more attacking.
Do you know what I mean? I think what we had in a good period last season was we had three lads who were rotating. Even in that middle section, Garner Gay was quite high up a lot of last season, but he wasn't always high up in every game. Do you know what I mean? And I think Alcaraz and Dewsbury all might be better rotating than some of the lads that we've had in that midfield before, because I think they can both affect the game. They're both better passers, that's for certain, and they can support the attack a bit better as well. I mean, if we won the ball sort of halfway line or just inside our own half, who would you want to see running forward? I'd love to see Alcaraz and Dewsbury all, running forward ahead of sort of the likes of Tim or anyone else coming in. So I think on the break, if we do win the ball high enough up the pitch, then we can look dangerous. Hopefully Barry has a decent game. That's the only thing.
That is the lineup that I would go for. But a lot of people in the comments say Moyes will be defensive. We're all still scarred that Moyes used to be defensive when we had him in the past. And a lot of people are saying that Moyes, some say Moyes will play Jake O'Brien right back and he'll go back to that. And they said that he'll lose the balance. But Moyes did say in the press he liked that Garner, they could get more passing out of Garner being right back. I think Moyes will go with James Garner right back. But I do think Moyes will put Irabunum. I think he'll play him again. I do, because when we looked at the Man U team, I think Moyes will think that we've got to be strong through the middle. I personally would go this team that you put, Paul. I'd drop Dewsbury all in and I'd play Alcaraz because, like I said to you, I think the best way to beat these is just go for it and get them pinned back and get them scared. I do think that's the best way to beat them.
I've no doubt that Moyes wouldn't go for this. I just think it gives us, it makes us a little bit more unpredictable. I think it gives us maybe a little bit more possession of the ball in more dangerous areas. And I don't think we would play it. I don't think we would play it long as much. And that's the key thing. And maybe Garner will play right back, but like you say, Tim, I'd be surprised if he dropped him, or even some people brought in Alcaraz at all, because he doesn't seem to fancy him at the moment too much.
No, and Coleman as well played very good for Ireland as well, so he might be with a shout, as Moyes did say in the presser. Andrew, do you fear anything on this lineup? What do you see that's good from us, and what do you see that's a weakness?
I was going to say, just on your same mention, James Garner there as well. So it's interesting, his role with Everton slightly changed, because when we had him, he was a central midfielder by trade, but I know he's known for his versatility, and I think the early part of this season he's been covering left back for you as well. But more recent game, he's been switched to the other side as well. So when you've been chasing games as well, and I think you said earlier, Moyes said Garner gives him, a bit more quality on the ball from that position. But yeah, it's just, I think Moyes recognised something needed to change, so he just thought, well, I'll throw Garner in there, and it seems to be working. So you almost like, do you want to change it up or not, or just keep with the same consistent lineup? Let's say the one player that I think is probably Jack Grealish, the one we need to be watching out for as well. So I think he's provided like 4 assists from 5 chances in his first 3 Premier League games for you. So, and because he got a Player of the Month as well, award as well. So, but he is one of your creative sources, and so I think he's laid on about 19 chances for your teammates in like 7 matches. But obviously, none of them have been converted though. So, but he's creating something for you. So it's that end product, someone finishing those chances. And if your players are on form tomorrow and he's putting in those chances for you, and you put them away, then United's not going to be having a good night at Old Trafford. So, yeah, Grealish is someone who can make a difference. And I think Moyes it's like Grealish is back to the player he was under the season where he won the treble with City. Taking on defenders, making them think twice, or which way we're going to go, putting in the chances, the crosses and the passes as well. So, was his time at end of the City, he almost became one-dimensional. It was like everyone worked out what he was going to do. So, but credit to Moyes, he's made him the player that we all knew. Well, he was at City and then at Villa beforehand. So, but to say you've got Ndiaye as well. So you've got certainly a few creative outlets. It's just putting your chances away as well. But hopefully not tomorrow. I mean, after tomorrow, you can score in many games as you like, but not tomorrow. But yeah,
I mean, that's isn't that massive praise that Garner being our centre midfielder too, but he's far better right back. I think Garner can be the Phil Neville of this team. I mean,
he's going that
there
way.
You go.
About it. It's a good point by Paul. I watched. It's your rival team, but I did watch the Manchester City game, and because they've got so many good players, they pass the ball about from left to right all the time, trying to seek out the perfect chance. Like they play Pep's way, and it's just pass, and you're not allowed to do much risky things, in my opinion. And you just watch it. I watched them, and the other team just sat back and they just passed, and you think, I actually found it boring, because there's sometimes they could do stuff and they don't, and I think that's what probably Grealish didn't like. Grealish has come to Everton, and Moyes says, you know what, take the risk, because we need something to create something. It's just like, don't be scared to make a mistake, just do it. And I think it's Jack Grealish taking the risk on making the mistake that's actually got us in. that's got us in good positions, and it's unsettled teams and stuff like that. So, on what you said, I completely agree with you. I think Jack Grealish he's got the reins taken off him. And I'm not so, by the way, Pep is fantastic, and he organises Man City in a way where they are really good at passing the ball. It's hard to do, but I think you have to do it Pep's way, and I think Jack Grealish can be Jack Grealish again now when he has been excelling.
I was going to say, just go out there and play your game, just like a bit like with Bruno. Just it's that risk to reward. You know, you may risk it, you may make a mistake, and the opposition are coming back at you, but you could take that risk, and the reward at the end of it could be very good for you. So, but yeah, Grealish looks a lot better this season. So it's whether I don't know whether you've got whether you can buy him at the end of the season, or it's just a straight loan, or I don't know whether you've agreed a fee for him or not. I can't remember.
I think it was something.
It'd be like ongoing. See how he gets on, and how much, see how good he is.
How much he's worth at the end.
Do you know what's interesting though, Andrew? We all did it because when Jack Grealish come, we couldn't believe it. We was gobsmacked. Obviously, we're a big club and we wanted him and we deserved him. But from all the crap that we've had beforehand, relegation battles and stuff, we was surprised that we managed to get Jack Grealish in the house because, like you say, he's won everything. And when we got him, his name's so big. That's all we talked about, and him playing well, like you said, smashing the assists, getting a few goals. That's all we was talking about. But we have got someone on that right hand side that is probably better than Jack Grealish, Iliman Ndiaye. Like he is. Everyone's talking about him. Everyone's after him, and he's more skillful than Jack Grealish. It's mad because we all do it on this Toffee Bluecast. We talk about Jack Grealish all the time because he's so good, but then you forget to talk about how good Ndiaye is. Ndiaye is probably better. And I know a lot of Senegal fans that are big on Ndiaye say, why are you buzzing off Jack Grealish so much? Ndiaye is better. And I feel bad because Ndiaye is good as well. You've probably seen it. Ndiaye's on fire, isn't he? Do you worry about him? Because I know you only spoke about Jack Grealish, but Ndiaye he's a proper goat on that right-hand side.
I was going to say, yeah, and he was the one that scored your first goal at the new stadium, if I remember rightly. So, yeah, he's one to watch out for as well. So he's a player that's got like close control, and you can just suddenly accelerate away, and then take the ball, forward as well. So he's energetic is the word I'm looking for as well, and it's like he's ready to take on defenders as well. So I think our defense is going to be wary either. So it's like if you're not coming down one side, you're going to be down the other side trying to cause us a few problems. So yeah, we're going to be, looking on both sides of the wings and hopefully our defenders are.
Yeah, he'd be going up against Luke Shaw if he can get away from your wing back. So he's got quick feet.
I was going to say Luke Shaw's been all right. I'll say about Luke Shaw, when he's fit and on form, years ago, when he's fit on form, he's one of the best left backs in the Premier League, and then he's just had injuries galore. Sometimes I thought, is he the new Phil Jones? Because Phil Jones, he'd have so many good games and then break down again.
He hasn't got the faces. He hasn't got the faces.
I know. But it's like a stat. Was it? They said Bruno made so many appearances in 5 years for us, and Luke Shaw done the same amount in 10 years with us. I was like, that's a bit damning on Luke. But I was like, if Luke Shaw didn't have, when he first came to us, he broke his leg, which was unfortunate. But he's had like seasons where he's been on form, and then he's slightly broken down again. But it's just like, but at the moment, touch wood, he doesn't get another injury, and he's like stays consistent in his form. So, but we got other defenders there waiting to come in as well, and help us out as well. So, but yeah, so he's hopefully on form tomorrow and stopping and die on the wing as well.
He's good as well, though. I think that Dorgu's really fast, and I think he'll help him out. He's got the speed too. That's the thing. When you do that formation and you've got the wing backs, I think you've got two. Sometimes when we're attacking, you've basically got two left backs, two right backs, because they are both good defensive. Your wing backs are. So I'm pretty sure they will be told that they do have to double up on Grealish and Ndiaye, as Crystal Palace did against us. And I know we managed to win that game, but it does make it harder for our wingers when you have got wing backs and then three defenders behind that. So it will be an interesting battle. What have we got in the lineups then? We'll read all your lineups and then we'll finish the show with score predictions, people. But we will get your lineups in. You know, we don't ignore you. We love all your lineups. And I have seen Emma has got competition, by the way.
I know. I've just noticed that. We'll get to that.
I have just seen Wormy Spoons as is on the emoji train, and I like it. He's put the effort in as well. So let's get through these lineups and then we'll finish on the hour, people. Score predictions to finish with. So what lineups have we got? What are people feeling? 'Cause it's always interesting.
Well, Paws has put Coleman in, to be fair, and he put Garner back in the mid. So he's got Picks, Coleman, Starks and Keane, Miko left back, Garner middles. And Dye on the right, Grealish on the left, KDH in the 10, and Mr. Barry up front. So, it'll be interesting to see, because one or two others are going the same. Nick's gone the same, exactly the same, in fact. So, a lot of love for Coleman coming back in.
Pause. Where's your Paul? I'm really disappointed that Paul's didn't make yours really hard to read. Then Paul, where's the Sir and the all these posh names?
I think he's in a bit of a rush tonight. I think that's.
He gave you a day off because I know Paul's like, I've got to read all this out now, and this is going to be a mission for me. And he puts your teacher skills to the task. So
he did a little bit. I'll tell is a little bit like mine really, but with a little bit of a twist. I think. Let's see. Pickford. He's gone threes. He's gone 3 at the back. It looks as though he's going like for like. I think, unless I've read that wrong. No, it can't be, can it? Yeah, it looks as though he's gone a back 3 with Garner on the right hand side of the 3, which is interesting. Garner Gay and Ruben in the middle. There's a 2. Endai, Grealish, and KDH is your 3 in behind. Oh, KDH or Charlie, and then up top Barry. So he's gone for a 3 lads, then a 2 lads, then a 3 lads, and then a 1 lad. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think you're allowed 1 more player, Eltel. Maybe I've read that wrong. So there we are. Maybe he means Miko on the left-hand side. Maybe he left him out. Peter went for O'Brien. He's gone O'Brien right back. And then the same lads in defence. Garner, KDH and Dye, and Barry and Grealish. And Roy has gone for Garner at right back. Same lads in defence. And then, I think he's gone. Yeah, he's gone the one that I said before. Alcaraz in the 10 behind Barry, bad looks of it. And then here we go. Battle of the emojis. So we have got. Oh, look at Andrew's face here. So Peachy, we've got Peachy Pickford in goal, and then we've got what looks like. What is that? Oh, is that Coleman? Maybe that's Coleman. We then got Keane and Taki alongside Mikolenko. And Dye will be right-hand side. And then you've got Garner Gay and Stately Home KDH in the centre, along with, dribbling. And Grealish.
It's a farmer that's... The right back's a farmer. It's a picture of a farmer with a fork.
Who's the farmer then?
James Farmer? Garner? No.
James Garner Farmer.
Sure
or maybe she used to do Old Red Devil, didn't she?
Yeah, so it can't be James. Is it called? It's got me that as a man with a fork that's got to be like a farmer, surely. Emma, you got us again. We was getting good.
She'll let us know. No, you got Grealish with his legs and Barry Island up front. So, so there you go. Let's have a little look. While I'm reading this one, you check the comments for me and see if you can find her reasoning. Wormy's gone. Is that T-Rex Pickford in goal? Right. Okay. And then we've got
Jim. It says Jimmy Gardiner.
Oh, Jimmy Gardiner. Right,
it is a good one, to be fair. It got us. I was close. Farmer got. Yeah, I was close.
We want written confirmation ahead of time, Emma. if you're going to change people's emojis, because that's not fair.
I like that she kept you on your toes, to be fair, because we did think we was getting too good at it. Right, on to this
She
next one
always
then.
does. She always does.
Colourful.
Anyway, Pickford in goal. There's a zebra here. I'll come back to that one. Then you've got, what the bloody hell's that? He's taking a mick now. Where he's taking a mick? There's no chance all of these are actually
He's not taking the rip. It's a
Go
dinosaur.
on then,
which
you
is
tell
Pickford.
me.
The zebra. Dinosaur, which is Pickford. Zebra,
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is right back, the zebra.
Go on
The
then.
giraffe is obviously Jake O'Brien.
Yeah. And then who's
The
that
hands
next?
is probably Michael Keane handballing it and pulls it into his arm.
Okay.
Maybe,
All right. And then
hands.
Miko
The
with his
head
bandage
thing's
on, isn't it?
Mikolenko. I'd say the castle thing's Dewsbury Hall, maybe the whole thing.
Okay.
Donna Gay.
Yeah.
Grealish is the socks.
Okay. And Dye's the goat.
Enjoy. Yeah. I don't know who the alarm is. And then obviously Barry Island is the island. So I was close.
Okay. There's a lot of palm trees on Barry Island, is there?
Yeah. I think I did good.
Well, you gave it a go, I would say.
That's what we got to do. We do appreciate the emoji lines up there. I know it could be hard.
Alcatraz is the alarm.
I like it, Wormy. I do. I appreciate these, to be fair.
Emma says clip Andrew's face.
It's a good use of emojis. I'm trying to work it out. Which player
you'll be doing this, mate. You'll be doing this next time on yours.
Which player
Andrew could be thinking,
this is the type of content. This is the content that gets an award. Forget about your hair. There's all that rubbish. Get on the emojis.
Yeah. Andrew's probably thinking, what show have they put me on here? Well, we've been on before. He's thinking, what are they on? What they're talking about, these emojis and stuff like that. He's probably getting confused, thinking, what's going on? But no, he did just say that he was actually trying to work them out, which we try and do. But they are good ones. Any more lineups, or is that it?
No, I think that'll do.
They are good, to be fair. We do like to be entertained on this show, and we do appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, for putting your lineups in. Do you know what? We like to look at your lineups because we like to see what people are thinking, but also it lets us know that you are all listening, which is really good. Yeah. It is that moment that you all love now. It's the moment that when we get the guest on, we like them, but this is the time where we fall out with them. Because it is, as you all know, score prediction time, people. So what I'm going to do on the score prediction, I want you all to get your score predictions in because you know you love this. We want your score prediction and your goal scorers, and we'll read it out because that's what we do. We want to know what you're feeling and what you're thinking. So score prediction and goal scorers, get it in the comments now. We'll say it after we've done ours. We're going to do Paul to do his first. Then we're going to get Andrew to do his score prediction. And then we're going to get me to do my score prediction. So Paul first, then Andrew. And then me to do my score prediction. He's like, what have you got? That's just because I think he might say, man, you're going to win. So we've got to get the booze in the house, people. Paul, you first then. What's your score prediction and goal scorers? And then.
Well, I'm never confident away at Man U anyway. I know. You know what? I came across that noise before.
Yeah. You look nervous. So I'll put the heartbeat on.
I do, because I hate playing away at Old Trafford because it's notoriously bad for us.
Do you know what? Let me just say this before you score prediction. Do you know what I think about Man United? If you're going to speak to me now and say, what do I think? Even when they ain't got a good team and you think we can batter them, they do something stupid just because of the curse of Man U and Everton. Like, Garnacho would never score an overhead kick like that in the first frigging 10 minutes, but he scored probably one of the best goals of his life out of nowhere against Everton. And you think, that is such an Everton thing. Do you know what I mean? That Man U turn up against Everton. I feel that this is a team that who was the other player that used to be cursed that used to always score against us as well? Was it Marshall? Anthony Marshall used to always
Martial,
curse
yeah.
as well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he loved it against Everton as well. Yeah, and Fernandez likes it against Everton as well. So even though I really fancy us this game, you've got some players that I'm thinking don't be a shit house. So I'm just going to say that. Yeah, I'll get it out of my system. Paul, go on. What have you got?
Oh, right. Okay. Even though we've got shocking away form lately and we can't do anything at United, I'm still going to go for a score draw and I'm going to go for a 1-1. And I think for them, dodgy pen, obviously, Fernandez. And then for us, could it happen? You know what? For us, Beto coming off the bench. Beto off the bench, last minute. So 1-1, but it'll feel like a win, but 1-1.
Don't even talk about Beto. I mean, of course he'll probably score this game. I had £100 bet for Beto to score in 3 games, and he was on the bench. That's just my luck, isn't it? And he lost it. Beto, you absolute beast. Oh, so that is your score. That is Paul's score prediction. The goal scorers was what again, Paul?
Fernandez for them and Beto for us.
Right. On to Andrew.
Yeah, I'd say you're gonna definitely have your chances tomorrow night. I'd say you might make a few ways into our back line. So I do think you are going to score, but I just feel like we're gonna fight fire with fire, and say I'm gonna go 3-1 United. And in terms of goal scorers, I'm gonna say for you. I think yours is probably going to come from a set piece because sometimes we have been a bit not good on defending set pieces. So I'm going to say Tarkovsky. I just think a header's probably going to get caught out by a header. But then for us, I'm going to say Bruno's going to score and Mbeumo twice because I just think he's just been on such good form lately. So I just think we might just grab a couple of goals tomorrow. Yeah. So, but yeah, let's say. But you're definitely going to get your chances, but hopefully not too many. So, but as I said, we'll hopefully fight fire with fire tomorrow and take away the 3 points and hopefully get back in toward the. I think we can get towards the top 6.
Yeah.
But let's say with the table at the moment, everyone seems to be bunched together. So one win for anybody, and you just shoot straight back up the table. So we'll see.
Us getting the chances hasn't been the problem, to be fair. Putting the chances in the bloody net, that's the thing that we've got the issue with. So
that's what I said. Maybe it's a set piece you'll catch us out on.
Yeah. Also, as well, actually, bloody Monday night. Always bloody Monday nights. We haven't won one in the last 9 Monday night footballs that we've been on. I mean, if that ain't Sky having control over results, I don't know what is.
Or like for us, our next 5 home games are on a Monday night. Oh no, is it? Yeah, I think it is. The next good few are on a Monday night, and or have all been moved to like 8 o'clock. So it's like, yeah, Sky and TNT want to move things around and just like. But I say we get there.
You're on telly the next 5 weeks in a row.
Think so. Yeah, I think. Well, we've been moved literally to all evening games at Old Trafford. So I'm like, no weekend games for us. I think the next Saturday one we've got, I think it's the middle of January, I'm going to say. And I think it's the derby against City. I think that's the next Saturday home game we've got.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're literally all evening games now up until January.
Well, let's hope you're tired tomorrow. You have a hard day at work and then you've got to go and play.
Shut your mouth. It's interesting because we had like Andrew earlier on, like talking about our team, like he's scared of them and stuff like that. And I was thinking, yes, he's a bit nervous, he is. And then all of a sudden he comes out with his score prediction and smashes me with fire against fire lyrics like Rocky Balboa and says he's going to smash us 3-1. So he jumped on me a little bit then. At first I thought he's going to say that we're going to win. Is he going to say we're going to win?
I was going to say, I always go into Old Trafford believing we can win, but let's say sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, and sometimes we draw. But let's say always go in being optimistic. So, but
I always say this on
so,
our show: the supporters are the belief, and if you don't believe, the players won't believe. And I like that. I like that you like that. To be fair, I like that you positive. I don't like the score that you've just given me on my side, but I like that you backing your team. I do like that. My score prediction. You know what? Come at me with a 3-1. I'm going to come at you with a 4-1. How about that? It probably wasn't going to be that until you said 3-1, but now I'm thinking, you know what? Let's go. Let's have it. And I'm ready for a 4-1 and smash you up and test that defence that you've got that I think's
Hey, well, you never know.
I still think Euro, and I don't think he gets a yellow card most games, and I think Shaw is gettable. See, I'm jumping on Man U now. He's turned me aggressive. Let's smash them up. Yeah, I do think if we get at your defenders, I think we can have them. I really do. 4-1. I've given myself a lot of goal scorers. I'm going to go for Dewsbury. I think can score against Man United. I think Barry will score his first goal for us and get himself going, the striker. Grealish, Andrew was talking about him a lot, so I think that's for a reason. He's going to pop up, and I think Njai's going to get one as well. So Grealish and Njai, Barry and Dewsbury. How about that for easy? And your goal scorer is going to be, I think, I like Kuno. I did mention I liked him, didn't I? So I've got to say him, Anta. So 4-1, and I think we can smash him up. And you know what? I want to beat Man United, and I want to go above Liverpool, and I want to stay above them all season and smash this season. I think whoever wins this game, is looking to crack on and have a good season. As you said earlier on, though, it's going to be the tightest Premier League, I feel, ever. I think everybody's good. Literally, everybody is good this season. You've started seeing Nottingham Forest pick up now. It's going to be hard. Well, yeah, no one's consistent. Everyone can beat everyone. And I just think, if you look all the way through the table, I've watched Leeds today and I think, you know what? Leeds ain't that good, but they played well. Everyone plays good. No game's easy. That's why I don't think you'll see that lad get his hair cut. I don't think no one will win 5 in a row this season because everyone's good. And that's why I do think to myself, you know what? Let's have a good season, Everton, because I do think that we could get Europa League conference or something because everyone's losing. Do you know what I mean? Just because it's going to be a random one. No one's going to run away with the league this season. So let's keep ourselves in the hat and see what can happen this season. I know I'm asking for miracles, but I want to. So, yeah, 4-1. What have we got in the score predictions before we finish the show?
Lots. We've got lots. Hang on a second. We've saved them all, as we do. So, right. So, LTL 2-1 win. Barry at the double. More people are being more specific now. It just used to be Nick, I think, used to throw that on or pause. 36th minute and 48 minutes. Good start to the second half. Late United penalty. So pause actually himself. Bam, 5-1. Forget your 4-1. 5-1.
Yes, love it.
Bueno gets theirs. Barry twice. Grealish and and as always, Pickford penalty. Just trying to take the piss in the last minute. And then we're very positive here, Andrew. So, just be aware. We've got 1-1 and Bruno Penn off Peter. Emma's gone 3-1. She's good at
Emma. That's a good one. She's just, Emma's just like, you know what?
Good.
Yeah, I'm having it. I like it, Emma.
She's got form. So 3-1 she went for. She went for... And with 2, and Barry Ireland scores as well.
Yeah, like the emojis as well. I'm rated.
Wouldn't be against that. Danny went 2-1, and and Keno.
Ex-Man. Do you know what? We didn't say this, but a lot of ex-Man United players like Keno and James Garner. There's some. Yeah, I do like a player playing against his ex-club because I feel it gives you that extra rev, doesn't it, to say, show yourself maybe.
Where are we? Roy said 1-0 Barry. I'd love to see his celebration when he scores. He'll cry.
Yeah,
he'll be in bits.
I think I'm going to cry when he scores, to be fair. Yeah.
Nick went 2-2. Nick went 2-2. Barry's going to score first. And then Bueno's going to score in the 38th minute. So 1-1 at half time. And Dye's going to get us ahead in 72nd minute. And then our hearts are going to be broken by a dodgy pen 5 minutes from time and Fernandez is going to score that one. Rod, 2-1. Grealish, Barry, dodgy handball. We haven't had one against us for a couple of weeks. So we might get away with one. I'd be surprised. Steve went for a 1-1 or a 2-1 to us. You're edging your bets there, mate. One or the other. And goal scorers, pop them in. L tells 2-1. 36 minutes, 47 and 93 penalty saves by Pickford, and he scored the rebound. Says Barry gets 2 there. Eugene. What is it always, Dan, when Eugene predicts something?
4-1, always the same score. Love it. It's going to happen
Grealish,
one day. I think
it is. Well, one day it will. Grealish hat trick this time.
I said 4-1 as well.
And you did.
That's my score.
And,
only because Andrew got me revved up.
And die as well.
I was going to say 2-1.
Just seeing if I've missed any, but I think... Oh, West Egg. 2-0 for us, Barry and Skillyman. And I think I've got all of them. If anyone's got some last ones, throw them in. I'll throw them in before the end.
Emma says when Barry, because Barry's I don't know whether you know Andrew, is a young striker that we've signed that's struggling with confidence, and we all cheered him on last game to try and say, you know what, we believe in you. And he said, I really appreciate that, but he still hasn't scored a goal for us. So although we cheered him on and says, you know what, we're behind you, there's no pressure. Still has a lot of pressure. Best score next game. So we are behind you. Everton fans are behind you, but you start not scoring, you'll be in trouble. But he did run more, so we're all happy with him. So we're hoping Barry does score his first goal to get him going. It's hard with young players, as you know as well. You have signed a few young players, haven't you? And with young players, I think there's a lot of pressure on them, isn't there? And you expect them to adapt to the Premier League straight away. Probably Yoro as well. Your centre-back, he's young, isn't he? You expect stuff from him straight away because of the fees and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say on Yoro. Well, we know he's one for the future as well. So we know what he can be capable of, and we're just building him into that player. So, like, when he first came to us, he started well, and then he had that injury, and he was like out for a good few months, and it was like not the great start we wanted it for him, but he seems to coming into his own now. So, but yeah, the same with our youngsters as well, and all through our academy as well. So we like to keep that record of since 1938 we've had a academy graduate in the match day squad as well. So we are proud of the youngsters that we bring through as well. So we had it with we didn't mention it on the show. Merlin Roll, we signed him, looks really good, got injured, and now he's just had a hernia operation now, when he looked really good. Young player that we just signed, hernia operation, so he'll be out a couple of weeks. It's always risky with these young lads because you don't know whether the body's adapted to the physicality of the Premier League yet, do you? That's the thing, because it is a physical league, the Premier League. And hopefully after the operation he's back and good. But he looks that's what's frustrating sometimes, when you see a player look so good but they're always injured, and you think he could really make a difference if he was fit. Yeah, you're just willing them to get in the side and not pick up any injury, and just show what you can do.
Yeah, as you mentioned with Yoro probably as well. Right, people, you know what? Give yourself a plug, because you've been on the show before, but we got you on again, and I'm glad we got you on again, because I really do like you, to be fair. I've enjoyed the show with you. Give yourself a plug. Where can I put the stuff in the description of your name on Twitter and the channel that you represent and stuff like that? But give yourself a plug. So,
yeah, you can find me in my X handle there. I wanted to say Twitter, but I keep changing whatever the name is now. So that's where you can find me, and find us on the socials at All for United. So that's the so if you just look on X or Instagram, it's All for United. So we've got all our match day content on the socials. So hope at some point we'll be back on YouTube. So let's say at the moment we're just on a hiatus, but you can find all the content on our socials at the minute. So that's where you can find us all.
Really good show. I have been on your show before. You treated me really good. You got some cracking people on it, to be fair. And shout out to you lot, people. If you do want to go over and get behind them, please do so. That is the end of the show. Thanks all for being on.
One more thing before we go. Just last thing before we go, mate. We've got 2 games left in our 5-a-side competition, and this is the table at the moment. So the game tomorrow and the Newcastle game are the last 2 games. And remember, you get points for every goal, every assist. So at the moment, James Graham is pipping everyone. So we've got to catch him, and hopefully lots of goals and assists tomorrow.
I've just got rid of the banner to see where I am. Look at that.
Down. We're down there.
Yeah,
look at you.
28th position out of 29.
28th down there. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get rid of the banner to see me then. 28th out of 29. I can say I don't think I've got this competition. I have to wait for the next one, people. That's awful by me, isn't it?
It is.
Never mind.
There you go.
Hopefully I get right on this result 4-1 because I wasn't right on that. 2 left there, as Paul said. People, that is the end of the show. We love you all. We'll be straight back on after the game against Man United with the match reaction. Really enjoyed this show as always. We missed you. We have missed you, and I hope you missed us. Get behind us. Do hit that like before you come off the show. It says loads have been on. Please hit the like because we do need your support. We want to get to 7,000. We're on 6,000 subscribers. Want to get to 7,000, 10,000 by the end of the season. Do get behind us. Do share it, like it, do what you can because we know we've got loads of boss people. Up the top is tomorrow. Big game. Nervous and excited. See you all. Have a boss one.